Welcome, Cletus Ray's Roadside Service. I am your host, Kevin Cletus Ray. Also, Kevin. Okay, I wasn't gonna record it all today. All I did, I got to work. Everything was fine. I got to work. Everything was all right. It was a little snow was down. It was coming down, but it wasn't so bad. And I was like, well, it's all right. I got my four-wheel drive truck. I'll do it. And it did. It made it to work fine. And then yeah, I made it to work all right. And then now I'm trying to get home. All I did at work today was training, some online training and stuff. So it was pretty boring. I just sat there, I just sat there and played Pokemon for almost 8 hours. I mean, just sitting there playing Pokemon, watching, clicking the screen every now and again, and answering quizzes. And I'm fucking passing all the quizzes. I've done these trainings so many times. Um, but man, we were done and I fired up the truck and I think I found out why my truck wouldn't start the other day. And that was because I think it's my clutch, my neutral safety switch or my clutch application switch or whatever you want to call it. Because it's a manual, so it's got to have the clutch engaged to start it, even if it's in neutral. And I think that's going bad or has a bad connection or something because I fucked around. I just stabbed the clutch a few times because it wouldn't start at work, and I just stabbed the clutch a few times, and it's good to go. I was like, all right, maybe that's the problem. Um, and then I was like, let me test out the four-wheel drive. I'd like the four-wheel drive to work. I cannot get the four-wheel drive to work. I don't know what's going on with it. Um, and it's icy, buddy. I'm not even halfway home yet, but I am on my way home. It's so slick out, and my tires are not good on the ice at all. Luckily, I don't know if it's lucky, but I think it's good that I'm in a manual at least, because I have a little bit more control. Anyways, I cannot get the four-wheel drive to work. And I don't know if it's the actuator on the front axle. I believe like 99% of the time when your four-wheel drive doesn't work, it's just that actuator. And you can you can just grab a socket. I don't know what size it is, like 9/16 socket or some shit. And you just take the actuator out and plug that in, and then your front axle is always live, but your transfer case is not. So you still have two-wheel drive. But then when you put it in four-wheel drive, you don't have to wait for the actuator to engage. It's just already in, and it's an open differential anyways, so it's not like it's not going to hurt anything at all when only one tire gets power. So I think I might need to do that mod because I cannot get the four-wheel drive to engage, and I know it's got to be that actuator. I probably could have laid down on the ground and beat on it a little bit and maybe got it, but I didn't feel like doing that. All right, yeah, come on in. Um, but man, all right. So I just passed a wreck back there. That's what I was like. I should probably record in case something exciting happens on air. You know. I don't know. There's a guy suburban fucking lost it. It's a giant bridge. It's like a 2 mile long bridge, completely up in the air, and the whole thing. There's only two lanes that are opened up that don't have snow on them, revealing a black ice bridge because it's all black ice. And I mean, I've had other people like, you can see black ice. I'm like, you can't, because it looks like it's clear, but it's not clear. It's frozen ground. Um, but even before that, right after I left work, I was driving around the yard a little bit, testing out the 4-wheel drive, uh, trying to get it to engage or whatever, and I couldn't get it. But anyways, I was leaving, and I go through the first stoplight, and then I go get in the right lane, right onto the highway, and it's a steep ass on ramp, and I can't get the. I got up it. Nobody else behind me got up it because they all had to stop on the steepest part of the fucking on ramp, and I got right up to the crest, and I couldn't do it, and I don't know. You can. I, this axle does have. It doesn't. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a limited slip. Well, it's definitely not a limited slip. It's an open differential, but if you start, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But if I go sideways, I can get both tires to fire, and you can feel it like engage both wheels, and it locks in the rear axle, and then you have both wheels with power. But I cannot do that from a stop. I have to start a drift to get it to lock in, and then I gotta make sure I don't let off enough, or else it'll disengage, and then one tire fire. And it was one tire fire, and I could not get up the fucking deal. I feel so bad for all the people behind me. I know they're cussing me. They're like, "Motherfucker, you gotta have speed." I was like, I was giving it as much speed as I was comfortable giving it, knowing that I had to get up that hill. I did not think that, and it was the same shit. It was like concrete. So I was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay." No, it's not okay. It was black ice, but I got up there. I put it. I had it in third gear, fucking doing like 60 miles an hour or whatever it is, and I just melted my way through the ice until I got to the top. And then even once I got to the top, it was hard to go even on flat ground. I was like, this truck really needs 4-wheel drive if I'm going to be on fucking street tires, especially. I mean, my front tires are street tires, I guess. My rear tires are hand cooked Dynapros, which are all terrains, but they are not good all terrains. They are not good at all. So I don't know. They're just like, I guess they're kind of like same as my Nittos. They're just a hard compound, and they're not soft at all. So they just stay hard. There's no stick to them. But on dry, normal pavement days, I mean, it'll do a little bit of a burnout, but it'll catch traction. It'll go. Um, the only reason it'll do a burnout is because it's a manual, because I can fucking dump the clutch and fucking run it. But if it was an automatic, I don't think this thing would ever burn the tires off of it, unless you had transmission work done. It ain't got enough power unless you neutral drop it, I guess. But yeah, so I feel bad that those people got stuck on the on ramp and they couldn't make it up. And it was a front wheel drive car. I'm like, yeah, I know. You're better in the fucking ice and snow than my truck is, because I don't have 4-wheel drive right now. But once I get 4-wheel drive, I'll be all right. Okay, relax. I just don't have it right now. I need to go get it. Got to go get my 4-wheel drive. Yeah, just played fucking Pokemon like all fucking day. It was actually pretty fucking cool. I went back, I got my little nook where there's like 4 computers back there, and there was 2 of us sitting back there, and we were both just playing on our phones, showing each other memes, and then just clicking through the screens. That's how it is. And it was a good time. It was a really good time. It actually went way faster than what I thought it would, because I was like, oh shit, it's already 2:30. I only got. I'm gonna do one more quiz. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And yeah, for tomorrow they are keeping a lot of people home, but I actually have a job tomorrow. I get to take a roll-off truck across Missouri to the other side, Kansas City to Hannibal. I hope you all got brakes, bitches. We're coming up to a red light, motherfuckers. Um, so tomorrow should be all right. The truck that froze up on me last time that really gave me a bad name, that's the truck they want me to use, and I'm like, I don't want to use that truck. So I need to call one of the mechanics and make sure the other truck is good to go. I don't know. There's no black ice on this. We're kind of, there is another big bridge up ahead that is going to be interesting because that's right where people start to go real fast. The speed limit increases and the traffic lights are gone, so people are going to increase their speed, and they're going to be on, solid ground for a while. But then that bridge. I mean, I don't know. People, I don't have a lot of faith in people noticing things on the roads, noticing that they're on a bridge. I know it's the same fucking road, but you're on a fucking bridge and it's going to be fucking icy. You can drive around like a fucking bat out of hell over here on this solid ground, but once you get on that bridge, I'm telling you, don't do it. You're gonna get crashed, and I don't want to get crashed into, and I don't want to be stuck behind your crash. I don't want any of that. I want to just go home right now. And I think I got enough of my fucking Pokemon out of me right now. I got to a point where I have two different gyms that I can go to, and I can beat them. But they're kind of hard, and I'm trying to like catch more Pokemon, and then trying to like I have my set crew, like my crew that I've been using, and I finally got the Squirtle, and I got everything I need. Well, I need more Pokemon, is what I'm saying. But I want to find. I'm getting ready to go in. There's so many different things that I could do on the game right now. Before that, there's like you got to go this way. You got to keep going. You got to go around this way to go that way. There you go. You're doing it. You're doing it. You got to go to this thing. You got to go up to the top of that building and grab a fucking lemonade to give to the guard so he'll let you through the fucking next place. I've done all that, and now it's just I've opened a lot of doors, and I'm peeking in a couple of doors right now on the Pokemon game. But I did grab me a piece of paper. I'm such a nerd. Uh, I am a nerd for this. I grabbed a piece of paper and I filled it out for the um oh, I can't recirculate my defrost. I don't understand why. Um I wrote down all of the like the little things the TMs that you can get to get new moves for your Pokemon. I wrote them all down because there's a store there you can buy them. I'm saying this while I'm fucking driving through the Antarctica. Fucking, of course, my drive tire's on the snow. All right, everybody's gonna keep going slow. This is nice. I like them going slow. But I wrote down all of those because it takes a while to figure out what they are, and if you don't know what they are, you can't find out unless you buy it or get it or whatever. So I found out I have the thing. I have it now. I'm good. So, because I'm working on just building up a separate army of Pokemon because I got like my all arounders, and then the couple of gyms that I'm doing, you got to have a certain type of Pokemon, or else they get killed easy, or they don't hurt the other Pokemon very easy. So I'm working on getting that crew going. Um. Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to talk about Pokemon anymore. I'm gonna go. Hopefully, I'm gonna make it home. This is treacherous. Treacherous drive. I mean, we're well into winter. I know how to drive during winter time. I don't know. I did not I went to work and I went inside and I didn't think I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna snow a little bit more, but the roads are gonna get better than they were in the morning. No, they're not better than they were in the morning. And also, if I had four-wheel drive, I really wouldn't be all that freaked out because I'd be in four high right now, just cruising along. The same, I'd be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Well, I'd probably kick it into two-wheel drive, but if I have to slow down, or well, not slow down, but if I have to stop or I'm coming up to a hill, I can go ahead and put it in just quickly throw it in neutral, reach down, pull it back into two high or four high, and then fucking back into third or second or whatever, and then keep on rolling. I like the shift on the fly. 79, it's got hubs, lockout hubs. You got to get out and turn them. My 78 had a broken lockout hub, and the other one I just left it connected all the time. So it was basically an open differential. But I just left it locked in all the time, and the other one wouldn't. It was broke. It got broke, unlocked. We're on the bridge now. This is where, if something's gonna happen to me, it might happen to me here. Um, that was not a car crash. That was me just coughing a little bit. There goes the police. The police are actually driving a little faster than I'd be comfortable with. Um, yeah, so my 78, it was basically the same operation here. You just pull it back and it puts a transfer case, it puts power to the front drive shaft, and then since that hub's already locked in, you're good to go. It was the driver's side that worked, and it was the passenger side that was fucked up. So, I don't know. With this truck, it's just got the actuator. And a while back on a forum, not a forum, but on Facebook, like a Facebook forum or whatever, somebody was they built a two-wheel drive short bed, four-wheel drive, or not a two-wheel drive. It was a four-wheel drive short bed. They slammed it down and put lockers in the front and rear and went drag racing with it. Well, before they did that, they were like, "What do you guys think about this?" And everybody was like, "Don't fucking do it, you dumb fuck! Like that's fucking dumb. You're gonna blow out your front diff and everything." And he got on a little bit later. He's like, did my first pass on a four-wheel drive lowered Chevy truck, did just fine, and it was the same axle as this one's got. And then I don't know if he welded them or bought a locker. I don't know what he did, but people were saying you're gonna fuck it all up. And I don't know. He did several passes with it, according to a guy on Facebook. This is what we're basing it off of. He said everything worked out just fine. So I don't even know what that means. It was for drag racing, so he's going straight, so it's all right. But I'm pretty sure the front diff gear ratio is a lit like 0.001 different than the rear. So if you're going, so eventually the front it is technically spinning faster than the rear. And usually I see people do that for like mud trucks and other off-road rigs because you're constantly turning and you're on loose material most of the time. But if you're running drag slicks, and that's what the guy had. He had drag slicks on all four. If all those gears are supposed to be turning at the same exact ratio, or they are turning at the same exact ratio, but they are different ratio, that's where you get some binding built up. And or like a slip clutch. Hello, buddy. You're gonna have to get behind me. I ain't slowing down. And I do not want to be behind your ass. Yeah, hop on behind me. You'll be safe back there. You'll be alright. Don't get in the fast lane. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just waiting for somebody to wipe out. I see some people doing some stupid shit up ahead. Somebody's gonna wipe out. Somebody's just upset. The guy that wrecked his Suburban was upset. I saw him slam the tailgate to his Suburban. He was not happy that he ran. Luckily, I know this guy doesn't think he's lucky right now, but they have like those barriers. It was on the edge of a culvert, or not a culvert, but one of those concrete barriers for an exit. And so instead of just hitting the concrete barrier on the edge and really fucking his shit up, he hit the thing that's got like, I don't know if it's sand or water or whatever it is in it. He hit that thing. All right, looks like everybody's stopping up ahead, possibly. The people ahead of me they're going all over the place. I don't know where they're going. This Dodge, I'm like, hey, come on in, bud. You got your blinker on. You got to make it over to the lane first. And the other Dodge up ahead, he's been driving with his flashers on this whole time, and he just turned off his flashers, and now he's disappeared because there's so much snow blowing around. I can't fucking see him at all. It's like, why would you turn your flashers off now? And it looks like the lane that I'm in is not a really great choice to be in either. Looks like I should probably get in one of these clear lanes. My lane ain't cleared off. My window seal, or my door seal, it's the door seal, not the window, on my driver's side here. Whenever I first started hitting wind, it fucking blew a bunch of snow in my truck right on my face. I'm like, what the fuck? And now now I got the defrost on, it's just dripping on me. Cold drips. These people are going too fast, and I can't see ahead of me, and my lane is not. Let me have that lane too. Just kidding. I know I would be upset if I was cruising at, wow, they're doing like 55, 60. If I was cruising at 55, 60 and a guy doing, what am I doing, 45, fucking just pulls into the lane, is like, yeah, you motherfucker. I'm really glad just speed helped me get up that fucking on-ramp earlier. I just fucking put it in first, and then I could hit the clutch and get it in second while the tire is still spinning. And same thing for third. I just fucking the fucking tires over there just fucking just melting the snow. I'm barely getting any traction. And then I did let off a couple of times because a lot of times spinning ain't doing nothing. You're just sitting there spinning your tires is what you're doing. You got to let it slow down and let it kind of grab a little bit of traction But every time I did that, I just started sliding a little bit further backwards. So I was like, all right. That's when I said, third gear it is. Here we go. I mean, if I was, fuck, I'd be there in fifth gear right now if I was still there. Fifth gear, just barely, just like an inch an hour. Like, I'm making it. I'm making it. And the problem with that was it was a one lane on ramp that there was, and I was right in the middle of it. And even if I wanted to get off to the side, I couldn't get off to the side. So it was like I was blocking everybody's path. Not cool. I'm not happy about what I did there. We need to get more of this dust out here to keep people's following distance is great right now. I've never seen people their following distance be this good before. We need more of this dust, not slick shit. We just need dust to be everywhere, so people will back the fuck off. Um, really, I don't know what else is going on in the world right now. I mean, I guess we could talk a little Trump. I guess Trump is doing Trump things. Elon's doing Elon things, and a lot of fraud being uncovered. And I don't know. A lot of people are not happy that this guy is finding the fraud. I don't know if they're happy about the fraud or not. I don't know if they're upset at the fraud or if they're upset at the person that's finding the fraud. I don't really understand. I don't really know what the fuck is going on. And right now, ever since Trump got elected, I've noticed, maybe it's just my algorithm, but uh, getting on YouTube and trying to, every time I get on there and I see like a live feed or whatever, and it's like Trump makes new announcements, and you click on it and you're like, all right, waiting for the new announcement, and then you click on it, and then it's like started streaming 2 weeks ago or some shit. It's like, what the fuck is this? And it's just reruns, upon reruns upon reruns of shit that happened weeks ago. And it's like, what the fuck is this? And it's several channels like that. And I'm like, what is going on? And they're even named, they're like CNN blah blah blah, or the Fox News Live blah blah blah. It's like, all right, well, I just need to find out where the fucking real shit is so I can go to that. I'm not saying it's misinformation, it's just late information. It's like, what is, I don't want late information. I want if it's live, it should be something that's live right now. I don't want to see live reruns. People are getting real cocky out here right now. At least the group that I was rolling with, I don't know, we got up here and I can't even see them anymore. They're all gone. And then I got to decide which way I'm going to go home. I'm probably going to go, it's probably a shorter way home. I just don't like it. I'm going to go the shorter way home because if I get off on this exit, I got to go up a hill that's probably not plowed, and then I gotta turn onto a street that leads to my house, and there's a really steep hill on that road. And even if I go down to the next road and go around the different block, it's still another steep road. Well, not steep, but I know they're not going to be plowed. They're not going to be as good as the highways are right now, and the highways are not good. But yeah, we got people just hauling ass. I can't believe it. I don't know. You guys didn't go through what I just went through, so you don't know. They're just getting on the highway. They're like, oh, it's slick on the on-ramp, but hey, the highway's clear. It ain't clear, bitch. Slow it down. What the hell you doing? They're probably going to get where they need to go just fine. They're probably not going to crash, but they're I don't know. I don't want to go any faster, and that's my right as a U.S. Citizen, I ain't got to go faster. The minimum is 45. It says right here. And the limit is 65. Okay? I'm right in the middle. I hope my off ramp is clear because it's a steep downhill. And I started thinking about it. I don't think I have ABS on this truck. I think it's just manual. It's got power brakes, but they're not. I don't think I got ABS. There's no ABS sensors in 1990. I mean, somebody had sensors in 92, but I don't think this truck got them. All right, we're a little too fucking hot right now. We need to turn the fucking heat off. This thing will heat your ass up. All right, give her a roar. All right, let's slow her down. Let's not get out of control here. Very nice. I wish there was somebody to trigger this fucking traffic light up here because I don't want to have to stop. All right, we made it off the highway. I bet you this traffic light turns red before I make it all the way through it, though. It's the fucking four-wheel drive. Maybe. Maybe it's warmed up now, and maybe it'll work. No, it's not warmed up. I swear, the little lights will turn on whenever it's good. Come on, turn on the four-wheel drive, please. I don't want to have to go fuck with this thing and make it work. At least I don't have to stop at this traffic light. It's blinking yellow. Coming through, bitch. Move your ass. Your headlights are completely covered, you stupid. You're not stupid. It's snow, but you gotta knock the snow off your headlights. I guess so if they're not LEDs, they'll get warm enough and melt it off for you. All right, now I don't even know where the middle of the road is here. All right, put on the blinker. Slow it down. Coming over. Don't hit a curb. One tire fire. But I promise you, if I give it a little bit of a back and forth, it'll kick in both wheels. This guy looks like he's going off-roading, but that's his driveway. All right. We're too close to home for anything bad to happen now. Give her the beans. There she is, the 79, my wife's car in the cruise. We made it home. We're officially here. Man, having four-wheel drive would be really fucking cool. All right, well, keep all 18 down. Adios.